Good morning and good morning to you. Welcome to this Saturday's edition of Good Morning Tottenham Away. I hope you're all well. I hope you're keeping well, and I hope your families are also very well indeed. As we are in a weekend, of course, it's international week, so there's no football today, guys. And I've had messages, DMs saying, Iggs, why have you not done a video about the Bentancur suspension or Romero and even the Madison? Latest, there's the rumours have it that, he could be leaving Spurs, maybe not this January, but there's talks of him and falling out with Ange Postecoglou, which is something I thought that's happened, but obviously we've had no confirmation. We still don't have any confirmation of it, but that's the rumour that's gone around. All right, let's start with the first one, Bentancur. The Bentancur suspension, I mean, look, it happened in June. This whole thing happened in June. So what, 5 months in, or 5 months later, he's now got the suspension. 7-match ban for what happened with the Sonny. We know the rest. No point going back over it all over again. And I'm not even going to be here to contest the length of the ban, whether it's long or short. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the right amount. What's the right amount of game ban for something like that? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 7? I don't know. Not here to contest that. What can I say about what happened? It's a dick move. It was a silly thing to say. It was a dick move. Yes, it's Tottenham Hotspur had dealt with it internally. It was to do with 2 of their players. They had dealt with it internally. As far as we're aware, Sonny and Bentancur had both spoken about it between themselves and had dealt it, and things had moved on. But of course, it was deemed not enough, and obviously the suspension had to follow. Like I said, I'm not here to contest any of that. All I will say, like anything else, we've got to have consistencies, because I also remember, and it's not to throw shades at particular player like Martinez and a few of the other boys in the Argentinian camp that sang the song about Mbappe. Has anything happened about that? Because I haven't heard anything. But like I said, it's not about showing shade, it's about showing consistency. When you do something to do with anything like, racism or anything like that, it should be consistent, it should be fair all around. If you say something stupid that you shouldn't be saying, or why are you getting into the situations that you do, but punishment comes into it. So all I was saying is, if you're gonna, this is now that we've set a precedent with Bentancur, 7-match ban for that happened. Now, hopefully, moving forward, any stupidness like that or any dick moves like that in the future should be held accountable, and the rest, the procedure should follow suit. That's all I'm going to say to that. It means, now with 10 matches coming up, and this is the other thing that gets me, guys, about it. If it's deemed racism, which it got suspended for, fine, no problem with any of that. All I will say is, surely racism should be world football. It shouldn't just be Spurs Premier League games. He's okay to play in Europa. He's okay to go to the internationals and play there, but it's in the league he can't. If you're going to give him a 7, 8, 9, 10 match, it should be on all. He shouldn't be able to play football anywhere. So the suspension should be served. It should be playing for Uruguay. He shouldn't be representing his club, and he shouldn't be representing his national team either. All competition, and that, if you're going to do a 7, 8, 9, 10 match ban, it should be from all competition, not just in the Premier League. What does that mean? Does that mean that racism doesn't count when you play in Europe, or doesn't count when you represent national team? I don't know, guys. I want to know your thoughts. Maybe I've got the wrong end of the stick. I don't know, man. I'm just going on what's coming through my head, like I always do, and I'll tell you how it is, and then you guys can tell me your thoughts on it. But yeah, absolutely, dick move. He's got to serve the punishment, and means that we lose him in the Premier League now for the 7 of the 10, 11 matches that we got leading up to Christmas. It means that we got Sarr, Madison, which I'll get into in a second, Bissouma and Kulusevski as our midfielders. Of course, with Bentancur not being available, it may open up something, for Archie Gray and Bergwijn to get some more minutes in the Premier League game in his absence. Although we can play Bentancur in the Europa League games. Like I said, your thoughts on that. The next one, Madison. Well, there's rumours have it that Madison could be leaving Spurs because there's an alleged fallout with Ange Postecoglou. Listen, for me, something's definitely not right because I can't explain it. Madison, for me, has played well. He's been playing well. Of course, it seems to be that they're not, Ange can't or doesn't seem to want to, or even doesn't deem that it's a right fit to play Madison and Kulusevski together at the same time in this midfield. In some games we can play it for sure. Other games they need someone like Sarr to help out Bissouma, allowing Kulusevski a little bit more freedom to go forward and not having to have any more so much defensive duties. Where does that leave Madison? Well, Madison at the moment it seems to not be playing Postecoglou, or he's playing a bit part role, which is something that clearly isn't used to or hasn't signed for us to play a bit part role. And then again, this is a group of people that Ange Postecoglou has put his trust on. There's captains, Romero, which I'll get into as well, Madison, Sonny. If you create this group of captains, which is like your go-to guys, and then you're not, for whatever reason, there's a problem within, how long is it to start getting about a little bit and the place and between those players? And those are the players that, for a manager, should be their go-to guys. They're the key players within the team. Now it's falling out. It's alleged. We don't know. Like I said, I hold my hands up. I don't know for certain. Let me know your thoughts on that. But if it is true and there is an exit happening, it wouldn't be in January, that's for sure. But it could happen this summer. We'd have to wait to see how things develop. Hopefully, when the internationals are over, Madison starts getting more game time and starts to do the things that we want to see from Madison, and for the reason why we brought Madison at Spurs. Let's hope that gets sorted out. But the longer he's out of the team, or certainly not playing the amount of minutes that perhaps he wants to be playing, and is not part of that first team 11, starts becoming an impact player, if you like, the more the rumours will spiral even bigger to say that maybe there is actually something going on there. One to keep an eye out for sure. Lastly, I'm just going to end on Romero. Romero picked up an injury. He's clearly got foot issues, metatarsal. He struggled with it, and he struggled in the previous league game. He got subbed in the Man City game. He played, well, I use the term play loosely against Ipswich because he didn't play at all. He had an awful game. And it's something that I don't want to become used to, seeing Romero having it, because he's too important for us in the role that he has at Spurs. But he needs to do that. He needs to justify that, the importance of that role, by giving proper performances. By doing that, he needs to be fit and he needs to be healthy to play against Ipswich in the way that he did, just to show that he could be available to play for Argentina, to then go over there and then be hooked off at half time, or mid match, because the problem on his foot has resurfaced. It's there. It's not going away. You cannot play when you've got an issue of those kind with your foot. It definitely, it absolutely has a massive impact on how you perform on the pitch. So right now, the only thing he should have done, he should have given up going to Argentina and stay in England, stay and get treated here during this international. But use that time to try and resolve the issues best way possible. And if it needs surgery, then it needs surgery. But right now, it was a wrong and absolutely wrongful move to go to Argentina to represent nationality, knowing fully well from here that you're not 100%. Argentina playing him, knowing that he's not 100%. I'm not sure what the doctors are doing over here and over there, allowing all of this to happen. He shouldn't have been called up, and he should have not turned up for those games and sorted his problem out here. Because let's be right and let's call it for how it is. Let's have it right, as I always say. Spurs should absolutely be the number one priority. They are the guys that pay your wages, and you should be representing them firstly. And if when you can, and if 100% fit, absolutely represent your nationality too. No arguments there. But when you're not, and he clearly wasn't right, he should never have flown out there. Spurs should not have sanctioned that. Argentina should not have called him up. And between them, there should have been understanding. Say, guys, he's not up 100%. Leave him out of it. But what do I know? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, forever always, come on, you Spurs.